Did it?
Okay, now it says live. Okay, we're live now.
All right. Hi. Hi, everybody. If we're late, we got some practicing. I'm Marion from Attire Beyond. Sorry that we're a few minutes late. We were on time. And today I'm going to be chatting with Amber. She's a reseller, a part-time reseller, and she's got a busy life. We'll talk about that too. And I just want to introduce her. She has helped me so much without even knowing it, and I'm sure she helped many other people. She's more analytical. You're welcome. She's more analytical than I am, and she really does things to make it easier for other people, I think, without even knowing it, because she's doing it for herself and for other people, but you really do help people. So I love that about you. And just if you could tell us a little bit about when you started approximately and what platforms you're on.
Yep. So I started, started reselling, I think almost 4 years ago. I should check if it's 3 or 4. And then I started YouTube shortly after that. And I primarily sell on Poshmark. I've started testing out eBay and Facebook Marketplace, but I would say that's maybe 5% of my listings get onto those platforms. So my plan for the year is to get everything listed on Poshmark, and then to start doing an experiment where I cross-list 3 or 4 items a day onto eBay and Facebook Marketplace, and then see which one kind of wins. So which one am I selling more on, and talk about struggles I run into with the 2 platforms.
Okay. Yeah. And as I was talking to Becky a couple of weeks ago, when we put things on Marketplace, my husband put them on his, and we sold everything except one thing. And the funny thing is, the one thing was, and I think I told you this on the chat, the one thing that didn't sell, we have Marist College here, was a Marist College sweatshirt.
The local thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else sold. I mean, everything. And I didn't do clothes except for the Marist sweatshirt. So it was more of other things that sold. But I do know this woman who owns a shop like mine, and she sells everything on there. I mean, that's most of her selling.
Really?
So I think Facebook's going to be good.
Yeah. So I've only listed, I was just looking yesterday, I think I've listed 11 things on Facebook, and 5 or 6 of them sold. Wait, that's not true. I think I listed 15, and then I've had to take off 4 that sold on Poshmark, but then like 5 or 6 sold on Facebook. So that's a pretty good ratio.
It really is. And did you get sales from locals, or did you have to ship?
I had 1 local sale. The rest I shipped.
That's
great. And the local one surprised me because all my other ones went shipping. And then someone contacted me, and she's like, yeah, I live downtown and I'm interested in your listing. So I actually met up with her. So that was nice. She was a really nice person.
Yeah, that's cool. That's what happened with us. And we just had people. I sold my treadmill. I sold.
Oh, wow. You're not going to ship that.
I know, because a few years ago, I got sick and I couldn't use it anymore. And I kept saying to my husband, I want to sell it. I want to sell it. And so they got almost a brand new treadmill.
That's awesome.
And I still got I only got like $100 less for it than I paid when I got it.
Wow, that's really good.
So I'm loving Facebook Marketplace, but I really have to get into it more too. And eBay, I'm a little afraid of. I don't know why.
Are you only on Poshmark?
I'm on Poshmark, and I started on Mercari recently. And I'm learning how to sell some things on Mercari because I wasn't selling anything.
How did you decide on Mercari over eBay and Facebook Marketplace?
Because I don't know. I'm afraid of eBay. eBay, the shipping scares me, but Mercari, also you have to figure out things, but it's easier. So I'm definitely going to get on eBay, but I'm making that my last thing.
Yeah, to me, Mercari is like, I don't know, like the audience size seems to be similar to Poshmark. So my goal is to go on a platform with a bigger audience, which eBay and Facebook Marketplace have. So they're my top priorities. Mercari, I don't know if I got to conquer eBay and Facebook Marketplace first. So that'll take a while.
Well, I think my next one is Facebook Marketplace after this, and then eBay. But I may start cross-listing to both. I'm not sure yet, because I have to see, once I get used to Mercari and how much things cost to ship, which I am getting used to it quickly. So it's really good. But in the beginning, I really wasn't selling anything. And then I sold one thing a couple of weeks ago and two things this week. So I'm learning
Oh, wow.
that you really have to promote, and you have to start higher so that you can go lower, just like on Poshmark. Yeah. But
Yeah,
for
and that's
some
why
reason, I wasn't doing that.
the reason I haven't gotten onto Mercari is just because it seems like in people's videos, they're always like, here's my eBay sales, here's your Poshmark sales. And I had like 2 sales on Mercari.
Yeah, yep.
And so that's why I haven't, put it on my list yet. But we'll see. Whoever spends more on advertising, maybe their platform will get boosted. So
I'm starting to see everybody on TV now.
Yeah.
It's crazy on commercials on the internet. It's crazy. I saw Tracy like 4 times the other day. I'm like, wow. Well, they can afford it. They certainly have good prices.
Yeah. So we were talking about Clubhouse before the call.
Oh yeah.
I was on a Clubhouse room. I just recently started using it, so the terminology isn't secondhand yet. But I was on a Clubhouse room, and it was being led by the CEO of Tradesy and the CEO of Fashion Pile, which I hadn't heard of before.
Oh, I haven't heard of that either.
It's an app where they buy all of the designer clothing from you outright up front, and then they sell it on their platform. Yeah. So it was an interesting call because they were just talking about how they've grown and, answering questions from us as resellers. And there were, I don't know, maybe 100 people in the room. I don't remember exactly, but it wasn't a ton of people where you couldn't get up and ask a question if you wanted to.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I want to be able to get onto Clubhouse, but like I said, I'm going to have to wait until it does come to Samsung Galaxy, because I literally bought this phone. I really want to trade it in, but I bought it when I opened my retail store, which was November, and I did that so that I did that so that
it's brand new.
Yes, so that, but I love it though, but so that I could take better pictures, because I was using my other phone and it really wasn't. So
I have my new iPhone, but I still have my Galaxy because there's certain colors that just don't look right on the iPhone.
Okay.
And so I use my Galaxy whenever I get a color that I'm just so frustrated because it won't come out right. I just take out my Galaxy, take the pictures, and put them in a draft.
That's a good idea. I should try doing it with something else when it doesn't come out the right color. I don't have my old phone, but I can try taking it with a real camera, because I have a few blues that do not come out blue.
Yeah.
They come out green.
I've had the issue with blue and like a pink color that both were coming out wrong. So I don't know.
Yeah. So, but so far so good with this phone. I just wish I could get on Clubhouse, because I'm hearing so much about it. And I listen to people who also, like Gary V, who does social media and marketing and pushes it. And he's like, Clubhouse is the way to go.
Yeah. I think for me, like, maybe there's one room a week that I find really valuable.
Okay.
And then the rest, not so much. But there's still one room a week where I'm like, oh, this is so interesting, or I'm learning so much from this. There was one room that was led by, I think it was someone who works at YouTube, and then a YouTube creator that has, I don't know, maybe 600,000 subscribers or something. And his channel is all about how to grow your YouTube channel. And in this room, there were only like 40 people. So I got and it was all about brand sponsorships, which I feel like I don't know much about. So I got on stage and I asked them a bunch of questions. And I asked one, and they're like, and then I said, I have another if I can ask. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And so I asked another, and they gave me such thorough answers, and
that's great.
Yeah, super that's valuable really and free. So
so anyone, you have to be invited, but if you have an iPhone, you're able to get on once you get invited, and I hear nothing but good things about it. So
I'm gonna pull up this video on my phone in case, because I don't think I can see the chat on my computer.
Okay.
So, just to make sure if someone chats, I see it.
Right. Okay.
So I did restart my phone.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody on there, and I have a couple of people who said they were definitely going to be there, so I'm surprised.
All right, there we go. I've got it pulled up.
Okay, good.
I pulled it up on my computer, but then when I went to it, it started playing in my ear, so I could hear us talking.
Oh no!
So what's your background? You have a brick and mortar store, and you sell Poshmark.
Yep, and Mercari now. And but literally I just opened the store in November during COVID. I'm nuts. And crazy. But I think it was more my hubby wanted to get everything out of the house, but he didn't. No, because I still have 1,000 items in the house.
Yeah.
So,
is he part of the business as well?
He is not yet, but I'm hoping to get him there someday.
And
No,
is your store clothing or all kinds of stuff, or what's
it is clothing? Let me see something. Wait. Let's see if I could do this. I'm going to take my laptop up. Wait, we don't want to see the messy stuff. Hold on. Because I got all my clothes that I was. So let's see. I'll have to turn it around. Let's get it. So I have the clothes.
Are they boutique? Because I see some that are the same.
Well, you know what? I have both. So
okay.
So I got the clothes, and then if we come over here, I don't know if you can wait. Where am I?
Your glassware, maybe?
Yeah, wait.
Or purses?
I'm knocking crap down. Here we go. So I love painted glass, but I can't sell that online because it'll break. And then just little knickknacks.
Cute.
Yeah, so I have bras, all the fun stuff. Here's here's a look just on this side. But so I'm walking back. So we decided, he really decided to talk to the landlord. Sorry, people, for me moving around when you're watching.
No, it's good to see.
Okay. So he spoke to the landlord because it's literally right across the street from my house. And
oh, wow, perfect.
And because I got to plug my computer back in. So 1 second. Okay. Because I was ill for a while there and still am, but much better. We thought it would be the best thing because I got let go from my job.
Oh, I see. So you were able to
COVID.
expand in your reselling business.
So we knew that. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. We knew that it wasn't going to be busy during like January, February, March because it's just not around here. But we're right near a walkway. So
oh, good.
So the walkway come spring, like in a few weeks in the summer, it'll be 1,000 times better. But we said, you know what? We'll try it for a year. If it works, it works.
Yeah. Have you been putting a lot of time into marketing?
Yes. Mostly in December and then again at the end of March, because we know that no matter what you do around here, those other months, forget it.
Yeah. It's too cold. People stay inside.
But with the walkway, we have the walkway on the Hudson. So that's like a site that people come to just to go walk on it.
Oh,
so
perfect.
Yeah. So I think it'll be better. I always think positive. So it's going to be better.
And either way, I'm sure you'll learn a ton from it.
I definitely am learning so much more than I knew before because it's not like I was into fashion when I started on Poshmark. I growing up and half of the time was a tomboy and and then I cared about how I looked, but I didn't know what they were called. I didn't know designer names. I couldn't have cared less if I wore that or not.
Same here. And I do think it would make things easier if I was more passionate about fashion, maybe just because I would know the styles. But I don't know, like, of course, you start to learn the brands. Once you've looked through enough clothing, like you start to learn the brands really easily. Yeah. And I remember like the first time I like realized a brand was sold at Walmart, and I was like, I mean, I've shopped at Walmart in my childhood all the time, and I never paid attention to the brand at all. Yep. So I wouldn't have had a clue before I started paying attention. So.
I get it, because there are some things that I still look at it and I'll be like, oh, this is nice. And then I'll be like, oh no, that's like Jacqueline Smith from Kmart or something, and they don't sell well. You have to sell them for low prices, but I'm getting to know materials even, which I never knew.
Sure. And how long have you been reselling for?
I've only been doing it since last January, and it started with my closet. Yeah. It's funny. Okay. I started the closet in 2017, literally put up about 5 to 10 things from my own closet. Mm-hmm. And then people were even making offers, and I never looked at it again, right? Until the end of January last year, I started putting clothes again from my closet. And by March, I'd say I got totally serious. I watched everybody and every freaking video
Yeah.
you can find. And I just learned so much from you and so many people that
Right.
I said, you know what? And it's funny, I was talking to Lori about this. Lori Tata, I said to her, I said, I tell everybody, I used to do consulting and stuff. Do what you love, find what you love and do it so it doesn't feel like work, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like right before I got let go, I'm thinking, I love thrifting. It's not like I love clothes. Well, I love the way people look in clothes and I love, certain styles, but I love the bargain. I love
Yeah.
look.
I love
So
the thrill of finding something that's worth
yes,
so much more.
yes, especially like I'll watch some videos on, the Bolo brands and then on like really, really good designer brands. And once in a while you find one and I'm like, it's like so exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, especially like when I go out to Denver, especially, it's like there's so much stuff there. I mean, in
Oh,
Iowa, I'll
really?
find stuff maybe, but not as often. And out there, I'm like, oh my gosh. I went to the bins and it was like, like I found like 3 pairs of area boots within like
Oh
15 minutes. I'm
man.
like, what? How does this happen? Maybe I just got lucky, but still, it's
No,
crazy.
probably not because I don't know if you watch Jack and Ryan ever, Jack Valentine, but
Sometimes, yeah.
they find so many
Well,
things.
and they're in Iowa, but I think
I know.
they go to the Twin Cities. Yeah.
They do. I think Minnesota. Wait, I don't remember,
Yeah,
but
Minnesota is the state.
when they go to the bins, they find stuff that they could make anywhere from $200 to $2,000 on.
Yeah, I might have to go up to Minnesota and try it out. I mean, it's not too far from me either.
Oh, really?
So.
Oh,
it's not like I'm gonna go and it's like a 4.
Oh, wow.
I don't know, 4 to 6 hour drive. So it's not like it's just like, oh, tonight I'm gonna go up there real quick.
Okay.
But it could go for a weekend or something.
Yeah. So. Well, we don't even have bins where I am anywhere near me. And
what state are you in?
I'm in New York.
That's what I thought.
Everything's like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Not that that's far, but I won't do it just to go to the bins, especially during COVID. I'm not going to even. Yeah. But when we went to Maine to see one of our best friends, I saw that there was a bin and I thought it was, like close. It was an hour and 20 minutes away, but I didn't even know that you can stay there and keep going like when they bring out new bins. So I went at 8 a.m. when they opened. Yeah. I went through the bins. I really didn't get anything great. And I'm like, what does everybody find that this is so good about? And then I was talking to another reseller and they said, well, you didn't stay and go when they brought out bins again. I'm like, what do you mean? So no, I didn't. So I think I would have had a better experience if I did that.
So I'm actually 12 minutes from the bins in Iowa, but they're not that good. It's Iowa. Yeah. But I do want to, like, once I get my unlisted inventory listed, I do want to go back there and like try it out, like 1 hour a night for every night of the week or one whole 8-hour day on a Saturday or something. Because I feel like I haven't given it that much of a try. Like I've gone there a few times, found mediocre stuff, but it'd be fun to give it a more try since it's so close.
And that's why people told me if you would have stayed, you probably would have found good stuff eventually.
Yeah.
So, there
and goes, so cheap. So
let me say hi to Veronica because she said she was getting on.
Oh, hi, Vero.
Yeah.
I have a listing accountability group and she participates in it.
Oh, that's nice. Thanks for coming, Veronica.
Yeah.
Tuning in. And there's someone else, but I don't know who they are on. So let's talk about, you're married, right?
Yep. Just got married in July.
Congratulations. What day?
Thanks. What? July 18th.
Oh, I'm July 24th.
Oh, wow, not too far. It was stressful for sure with COVID to plan it and replan it and replan it.
I can't even imagine. See, I got married before COVID, like 6 years ago almost. But oh my goodness. So were people allowed to come?
Well, so we originally, so let's see what happened. In February, we found out our venue went bankrupt. Our original venue that we had booked. This was before COVID. Our venue went bankrupt. So we rebooked in February to a new venue.
Okay.
And then we sent out save the dates to 350 people. Then March comes and COVID comes. And so we're like, oh crap, what do we do now? We already send out 350 invites. We already have a new venue and we've already paid for this and that.
Oh, wow.
So we ended up, so we went from 350 to we were only going to have 10 people.
Okay.
And that was our plan for a while. And then, like 2 weeks before the wedding, we decided to increase it to 30. So nobody over 60. How old are my parents? Yes. Nobody over 60 was there. Like my parents are 59. So they're the oldest.
Okay.
Nobody over 60 was there. And then like my immediate family alone is 15 people. So there were 30 total, but 15 were my immediate family who were already, they were already together all the time. So, and then we had the wedding outside. We had the reception outside.
Okay.
And, yeah. So we had precautions in place, but we did still have 30 people there. So.
Oh, well, that's good. And then I remember seeing one of your videos and you had COVID, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So last year it was just so crazy. So like I said, our venue went bankrupt, then COVID, and we rescheduled our wedding. Then we rescheduled again. Then we had our wedding. Then there's huge windstorm came through Iowa and tore down a bunch of trees at our house, took out our electricity for a week.
Oh, man.
That was in August. And then I studied for my last actuarial exam in September and October. And then in November, I got COVID. So if it was going to happen anytime, November was the best time of the year for it to happen. So that's the bright side of it. But yeah, Jacob and I, other than our wedding, like that gathering, we were very, very, very strict. Like we didn't go anywhere really. Like I went to get groceries and I went to the post office and that was basically it.
Wow.
But he had to go back in the office in August.
Oh, okay.
And the same week we got it, a bunch of people at work got it at his work. Wow. So we know where it came from. Right. Like, there's like a bunch of people on his floor all get it the same week. We get it that same week. Like, seems pretty obvious where it came from. So.
And are you better? Like, I know you're better, but are you 100% better now?
Yeah, I think I'm completely back. I think probably 3 weeks because I didn't have my taste and smell. That is what took the longest to come back. Like I felt back to myself after, I don't know, maybe 12 days I felt back to normal, other than just my taste and smell weren't fully back. So.
Oh, wow. That must be so weird.
It was very weird. Very weird. It's like, I don't know. It's an experience, that's for sure.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well now.
Thanks.
So with that and everything else, I always ask everybody, like I said, how do you juggle it? So now you have your husband, but you had all these things going on and you were pretty much still doing some videos even during it.
Well, last year, the last 6 months, I didn't post, which is the biggest break I've ever taken. But basically, normally what happens when I have an exam, I don't record anything the last 2 months. And sometimes I'll take a 2 month break because of my exam. Like I just have to get these things passed and like I just need to focus on that. And then usually like the 3 months out from my exam, I'll have things pre-recorded so that I don't have to do anything. Because usually like 3 months of studying and that's about all you do in your free time is what it takes to pass. So,
oh man.
Yeah. But anyway, so the last 6 months of 2020, I didn't post because I had this crazy windstorm came through, which caused us just a ton of work. And phone calls and like all kinds of stuff. Wow. And then my exam and then COVID. And so like the end of this, I think it was December is when I started posting again. So,
wow. Crazy.
But now I'm back to, things have been calm, knock on wood, for a couple months. So
I'm knocking for you too. So you basically know what to do and what you have to do to balance it out because that's what you have to do. But what do you do on a normal basis? Like, can you balance it?
Yeah. So I think it's helpful that I don't rely on the income. So if I need it to be a little bit, I don't know, if I need to like pull back a little bit, that's okay. Like I'm not going to be hurting because of it. And so that helps me. Like if things are crazy, I can pull back on reselling and YouTube and I'm okay.
Okay.
But for this year, my goal is 1 video a week, which I've missed 2 weeks of the year so far. So, but I'll catch up with a couple videos. But yeah, 52 videos this year minimum. And then my goal is to list 100 items a month. And so I prefer to just like have a full day where all I'm doing is listing, than list a couple items here and there every day.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know. I just like to just get in the zone and focus on listing and just get a bunch listed. versus like every day I have to spend a little bit of time. I don't know. It just takes me a little bit of time to like get everything set up and get into the mojo.
I am the same way, where I'm the type who I rather take 50 pictures, and now thank goodness I put a hook up and I could do it here. But I could do like 50 pictures, not 50, it comes out to about, 300, but 50 pieces of clothing. And then what I do is I slowly, while I'm here, put them into drafts, and white out my backgrounds and do all that fun stuff. What do we got going on here? Wait.
I got a bunch of baby hairs on top of my head. So
I'm like, where is it? Oh, I did a video like this. I swear to God, for the first 3 minutes, my hair was like stuck in my glasses. And you know what? I didn't even edit it. I said, what's going on?
Yeah,
and then I was like, but my hair's all sticking out. Okay. So anyway, now what was I saying? Oh, pictures. So I'll take all the pictures, 50 pictures or whatever. And then while I'm sitting here or whatever, I'll put them into drafts. And then I'll do like 20 tomorrow. Or if I know I'm not going to be taking pictures over the weekend, I'll put them all in and then do them throughout the weekend, just so that they're up in dribs and drabs. But I'm the same way with anything, even at like work. I have to do things. I'd rather stuff 100 envelopes first, then seal them, then put all the stamps on, where some people do one at a time. I can't do that.
Yeah. And well, for me, like with work, sometimes like if I'm really in the zone on whatever I'm working on, I'd rather just work late, finish it, and get off early the next day. Like if I'm in the zone focusing, like I just want to get it done, but rather than sign off, then tomorrow I have to reopen everything, reset where I was at, what I was doing. Right. So, I mean, once we have kids, I probably won't be able to do that, but it's nice to just be able to, if I'm focusing on one task, to just keep going on it until I get as much done as I wanted to get done.
Well, it's cute. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that when I start listing on eBay, I think I'm going to have to change my strategy a little bit, just because I've heard lots of people say that listing consistently is the key to making sales on eBay. Whereas Poshmark sharing, if you share every day, you get boosted. Right. And in the little bit of experience I've had on eBay, I've sold 50 things on there last year. So I have a little bit of experience. Okay. But in the experience I've had, definitely when I was listing every day, I was seeing way more consistent sales than when I just list a bunch and then I don't list for like a month, and then I list a bunch and I don't list for a month. So, wow, speaking of eBay, I just got an offer of I have like 10 things listed.
Good for you.
That doesn't happen often.
Take that
I think I literally have 14 things listed. So, yeah, that's surprising to see an offer.
Take it or whatever. Don't take it if it's not good.
Yeah, it's too low. It's not a very good offer, but still, it's exciting to see something going on.
Yeah. Don't you love when you get the like really? Do you get any really lowball offers? I only do every once in a while, but when
I don't get them very often.
I'd say I only got like 2 real lowballs so far, but I think something was listed for $80 that like the 70 would be the least amount I would take, or 65, and I got like a $25 offer, and I'm thinking, are they serious or not? Like, but they ended up buying it.
For me, I don't know if this happened. I think maybe this happened to me twice, where I had something that I've like discounted because it's just been sitting, and it's maybe listed like $10 or $9, something, where I'm just like, just take it. I want to get my money back and a little extra. Yeah. And someone will offer me like $3.
I know.
Those are the ones that really bother me. I'm like, $3. I'm going to make 5 cents on this. Yes. I don't think so.
Well, it's like I'll do that. Like today I lowered a couple of things that have been 12 and 13 to 11 because they've been in there for a year. Yeah. And they'll write back. They'll offer like $6. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm losing money already. How can you even expect it to be $6? But but they want to get a bargain, and that's fine. Just not that bargain. All right. So let's
see. Like I give out lots of bargains. Just don't offer me $3 because it's not even worth the time.
I know. You get nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. Right.
But you were saying that on your video where you were, where you tried the 3 different things after you had stale items, you said, and what happens when you do a 99 cents eBay thing? Can people get it for 99 cents if nobody else buys it?
Well, so I have it at, I had listed them at 99 cents plus shipping.
Okay.
And so, yeah, so they could pay 99 cents plus
Oh,
whatever the shipping
wow.
charge was. And a lot of the things sold at 99 cents. The issue is that their fee is on the base price plus shipping. And so the
Oh.
fee sometimes was like $1.20 or
Oh man.
$1.05. So I didn't lose a lot, but I was
Okay.
literally losing money to sell those items. But on the bright side, I don't have a lot of history with eBay. So I got
Yes.
some reviews or some feedback, and I got some activity within eBay. And to like get top rated, you have to have sold 100 items within the last year. So I
Okay.
sold like 10 things, which
Oh, that's great. Yeah. They
yeah.
say.
So
That's
maybe I
what they
like paid
say.
a few dollars to get some feedback and to get some more activity. So I don't know. You could look at it from both sides.
Yeah. Well,
Definitely not
they
the
say
like
buy.
smartest strategy from a profit perspective.
Well, they say that you should definitely, even if you can't sell anything on there in the beginning, that you should buy some things just so that you even get feedback.
Yeah, I've heard people
So,
say that too.
but yeah, that was smart. Maybe I'll make some things really cheap so I can get some good feedback.
Yeah, just know that you're gonna get fees on the whole price. So
Yeah,
the
that's
shipping and the price.
wow. I'm going to talk to you when I start doing eBay, and I won't have
Yeah.
to be as scared.
Well,
Scared.
yeah, I think with it's not as confusing as I thought it would be. I think
Okay.
the confusing part initially was that you have scammers that come in and they see that you're a new account and they try to buy your item and like try to get you to fall for their scam. So you just have
Yes.
to like look for odd behavior and not fall for
Yes.
it. But now, I mean, I only have, like I said, I had 50 sales last year, so I'm not that established. But at this point, I don't have those scammers coming to my closet because like
Okay.
I look established enough, I guess. Like I haven't had one of them in probably a year. So
Wow. Now that is what happened to me in the beginning, now that you're saying it, and scared me more than anything. Like people were like, "Why are you scared?" And I remember I actually answered them back because I had something that was more expensive than the other things, and they were trying to get me offline to buy it.
yeah.
And I remember I think I emailed them from my email. And then I heard that same day on a video about scammers, and I was like, okay, if they email me back, do not
Yeah,
email
yeah.
them back.
Well, mine were like they were offering me more than what it was listed for. And so I messaged
Okay.
some people I knew on eBay that were like eBay experts. And I'm like, why would this person offer me more than I have my item
More.
listed for? And they're like,
Okay.
don't accept it. It's a scam.
Okay.
I don't remember how it works, but I had that
Oh
happen like
man.
multiple times where people were offering me more than I had something listed for. And I'm like, stupid scammers, like go away. Like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I mean, does it make sense someone would pay more than you have the item listed for?
I
So
and you know how I kind of figured out in my head, even on Poshmark, this happens to me every once in a while, where if I have a high priced item, and I don't have a lot of high priced items in my closet, but if I do have something for just like 150 or 100, I will get an email immediately saying, I'd like to buy this. I'm interested in
oh
this. Can
yeah.
you
Oh
please?
yeah. I've been
Yeah.
listing like 2 items a week that are higher priced.
Okay.
Or a week, I mean a day. This
Okay.
week I've been doing it 2 items a day this week.
Okay.
And every single time I get a message instantly that's like, does this have any rips? Please email me at
Yeah.
this email address. Or like,
Yeah.
oh wow, this is perfect. Please email me at this email address.
Yeah.
So I've been reporting them all, deleting them, but it's just I don't know. I thought about making a YouTube video that's like what to do if someone asks you to email them, because I think a lot of new people probably fall for it because they don't.
You should, because I'm
Yeah.
sure they do, because even on Poshmark, the first time that
I'm
happened
going to
to
write
me.
this down because I've been meaning to
Yes.
check if there's already a video out there. Because if there is, then I don't need to. But if there isn't, then I will.
Yeah, but some people like if some people like watching certain people, so you should probably, if you
Yeah,
know.
but I feel like most of my viewers already know that. So it'll be
Okay.
targeted at someone just searching YouTube for it. So if there's already a
Oh,
video out
gotcha.
there, I probably don't need to make it. But if there isn't, I'll make it.
Okay,
So.
wait. I want to just put this up. Let's get that. Where is it? Where? Come on,
Bowden
show.
specifically, interesting.
Oh wow, really?
I wonder if there's some scammers that just know that brand. They have like a better pickup rate or something of people
It
responding.
could be. I'm trying to think because there was, what name brand did I have that a couple of times I got them? I think it was boots, and I think it was Mark Fisher boots that were like $125, and then another pair that was less, but they still got me on those two. They tried. So yeah, Veronica, I get it. They're just crazy up there, I'm telling you.
One thing that really annoyed me is like well, I don't know, I wouldn't say it really annoyed me, but just like minorly annoyed me. I deleted the comments and I could still see, like, it would say one comment on some of my listings. It just continued to say one comment, one comment, one comment. I'm like, there is no comment. This person, I already reported it. It's deleted, but it just continued to show one comment all the time. So usually when there's one comment, that means I need to respond to a question. And so then I go and look and I'm like, oh, it's something I flagged, and it just shows one comment still. Yeah.
So now I don't even know how you can flag something, and I've been on there a year. So do you report them?
Yeah. So you just click next to the comment. There's a little flag. You click it, and then you can choose spam or transaction off. Poshmark is one of the options.
Okay.
And then it auto deletes it. And then I also go and report the seller also.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah, that is good for people to know, especially new people. I'm not a new person and I needed to know. So,
yeah, right.
But it doesn't happen a whole heck of a lot. Like I said, maybe two or three times on Poshmark, and on eBay. Anytime you list something, I list something that was high when I was trying it out. But you don't know. I put 50 items on in last March because they said you could for free or whatever. And I took them off within 2 days.
Because you're getting too many messages.
Yeah, I literally took them off because I felt like I was going to get scammed no matter what I did.
Yeah, well, I mean, in my experience, once you get over that initial hump of not having any credibility, so the scammer sees your profile and is like, ooh, this is the good person to try to scam. Like, once you get through that, then they leave you alone. At least, again, from what I've seen, and I'm not an expert at all on eBay, but the scam comments have stopped and the messages have stopped.
Okay.
So, but I also haven't, I'm trying to think if I've listed anything like really high dollar value lately. I don't think I have. So maybe that's the difference, actually.
We'll I would try that again soon just to see, because I'm curious, once you do have more of a set closet, if they would still do that, because I know they see me, I'm like a piece of meat. Let me get her.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But at least I know what to expect when I start again. I did start it up again, but I didn't put anything on it yet. So
I know some people, you can like also, there's a setting where you can say that you will only take offers or purchases from people who have over a certain amount of feedback.
Okay.
And then that also stops it from happening.
Okay.
I think that's what I've heard people say that they do. So
it should, because they won't have any good feedback.
Yeah, right. Or any feedback at all, unless they figured out how to do that too. Like if they just buy from each other. I don't know.
Right. So now that I'm thinking about scammers, we're in this. I know I've had a couple, and one I was not happy with. Do you have anybody like that who has done that to you on Poshmark?
I don't think so. Oh, no, I don't think I've had any. Yeah, I haven't really had any issues like that where they did something wrong with buying it.
Okay, I think 2, possibly 3. I had this one pair of boots. I was so happy because they were expensive, and I sold them, and I have the pictures of everything, right? And they took a picture of some other pair of boots. They looked almost like mine, that were like cut. The whole bottom was cut off, and that's what they sent. And thank God, Poshmark, even just looking at my pictures. Wow. But the second one, someone went like nuts on me, and it was my pocketbook that I sold. One of my first Michael Kors pocketbooks that I had bought myself when I was finally able to buy one. and I normally don't buy things like that. And I was ready to sell it. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to sell it because now I could get them cheaper. And they got it. And no, they said they never got it, that I sent them an envelope with a car brochure in it. and took a picture of it.
Dang.
Hi, Becky. And
hi, Becky. Welcome to the live.
and they took a picture of this, and after 2 weeks, Poshmark sided with them, and I could not get that out of my mind. So I kept on bothering Poshmark and showed them what they sent me back and showed them all of my pictures and said, I'm not going to settle for this. This was something that they got. And sure enough, it was on their closet eventually. And I got in touch with Poshmark and told them that and they gave me my money back. So
good.
But it's crazy.
How can people do that? There's such crafty people out there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So that was like the only thing that really drove me nuts. It was on my mind. My husband's like, let it go. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, you're like, I know I didn't do anything wrong. And they're making me look like I'm one of the bad sellers that does stuff like this.
Right. And
dang.
What they did was on this envelope, whoever it was, they had somebody else's thing underneath and then mine on top. And I sent a picture saying, look, you can tell this isn't what I put on there.
Yeah. Dang, they went so far to make it look like you were. I'm really glad they ended up listing it so you could be like, look, they clearly got it because they listed it in their store.
Yes.
Dang,
crazy.
I'm
they
glad
waited.
I haven't had that experience.
They waited like 2 or 3 months because that's how long it was in my head where I was like, I'm going to get my money back. So, Becky, we're talking about it getting scammed, but luckily enough, Amber hasn't on Poshmark. Have you, Becky? Has anybody tried? Probably not. You're so sweet that everybody sees you on YouTube, both on YouTube, and they're like, all right, we're not going to scam.
No, I think it just comes down to getting lucky. I don't think that, because like those situations you just described, like that could happen to anybody. So
I was so
frustrating.
Annoyed.
Yeah,
well, especially when they take pictures of it.
Yeah, right. And hopefully Poshmark has some way to track the person to be like, if you had that experience, someone else probably did too. So yeah.
Oh, I remember that happened. And then a week later, I sent out another pocketbook and they said that it was ripped. And I said to Poshmark, I felt like it was 2 people working together. So I said, please, they have to send me the pocketbook back if you're going to give them the credit. And they did. And it was fine.
Oh, good.
But they sent it back. It was fine.
Yeah.
And they said that
I see what you mean. They said it was ripped and it wasn't.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Veronica, let me put that up there. Only time I felt like that. Oh, yeah.
I have to say, when you asked me, that came to my mind of like, when you asked how I was scanned, that came to mind. I'm like, no, I haven't. Because technically I haven't.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. So many people are afraid of mystery boxes. I had them up for a while and everybody was like, well, what exactly is in them? Can I see it? And I'm like, it's a mystery box. They're like, yeah, but you don't know the experiences.
Definitely. I feel like semi-mystery box is the best if you want to do a mystery box where you show the labels and then they know at least what brands they're getting. And if you read the condition, then it's still like, okay, this is going to be fun to see what patterns and what like items, but I at least know what brands I'm getting in.
Right.
The condition of the items.
Oh, yeah. That should be a definite all around.
Yeah.
So that is so funny. Both Becky and Veronica said the same thing. So let me ask you, with Poshmark, give me a couple of pros and cons. Your favorite things and your least favorite things. Guys, you two who are in the chat over there. And I'll put mine in too.
I mean, I'm sure like in my mind, I'm like relative to other platforms is where my mind goes. So, I mean, a big con is just the size of the market. Like eBay, Facebook Marketplace, there's just so many more people, more potential buyers on those 2 platforms. Okay. And a pro of Poshmark, which some people might think is odd, but is that you can kind of decide when you're getting sales. And what I mean by that is if you share a ton, you'll get a bunch of sales. And if you don't share, you might not get many sales, which is sometimes nice because if I have a bunch of really busy days, I don't have to worry about shipping because if I'm not sharing, I'm probably not selling much.
Right. and that's kind of what I was saying here. Like it's a con because it takes so much time, but I know that if I decide for the next week I am going to share, that I'm going to be at the post office delivering things.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but sharing is
know.
definitely a con because of the time it takes, and then that takes out of your business. So what'd she say?
She's trying not to chat too much because she's taking her photos.
Oh, that makes sense.
I get it.
Get those photos done.
Yep, I get it. I'm always doing something while I'm listening and watching.
Yeah. The thing I've heard is that on eBay, listing is equivalent to sharing. Like when you list, that tells eBay, like boost them in the algorithm, and then you get a bunch of sales. And again, I started an experiment last year that got derailed because of life, but when I was actually consistently listing every single day, my sales just started to pick up. And I think so. I prefer that, like that the reward I get is based on listing consistently versus the reward I get is based on sharing consistently, because I have to list anyways. So it's better to have listing as the driver than an extra task on top of listing.
That's true. Oh, what do we got? Okay. So
yeah, so Vera says one of the cons is 20% fees, but I'll take it because of no returns.
Definitely. Oh, that's true. Yes.
Definitely. Like I think Poshmark, I don't know, a lot of people don't like their customer service, but every time I've had an issue with a package getting lost, or I don't know, just I can't think of anything else, but that's one that's happened a couple of times. They just refund both of us and like call it good. Or when people return stuff, they pay for the return shipping. Like on eBay, I made the mistake. I wanted like free and fast or whatever it says. Like I had free shipping, I had free returns, and then someone returned something and it cost me like $10 to ship it to them, $10 for me to pay and ship it back. I'm like, I just lost $20 and I didn't get a sale. So yeah, so I was like, oh wow, I learned my lesson with that one. Like I have buyer paid returns on everything now, and I haven't got a return since I changed it to buyer paid returns.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, so like they have the option to return it, which I think makes people more likely to buy. Right. But if they want to return it, they're paying for the shipping. I am not paying for shipping twice for you to try it on and change your mind.
That is really good to know. Let's see, what does Veronica? Also, the time I spent listing, weighing, and shipping on eBay is probably the same. Yeah.
But you have to do that on Poshmark anyways, on top of sharing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do. It is a little bit more work because of the sharing. And, you know, I know there's all these things that go back and forth about automated bots and how, you know, we're not allowed using them. And now they're starting to allow some third-party things I've been hearing, but not that.
Yeah. But I just had a really intense conversation with my husband last night about bots, and I have strong opinions.
Okay.
But I might do a video soon about it. I think Poshmark just needs to either crack down or say they're allowed.
Right,
like,
right.
This like wishy-washy in between just irritates the hell out of me.
Well, me too, because I'm spending like every minute that I have free sharing. And then there are some people who just have bots, and well,
there's lots of people. Like if I don't know, there's lots.
I've watched videos and I couldn't believe half of the people who do. Yeah. And you know what? To each his own. It's if they're getting away with it, you know, to each his own. But Poshmark needs to be the one who.
Exactly. It's like the more people that use it, the worse it becomes for people who don't use it.
Right.
And the harder it becomes for people to follow the rules and get good sales.
Yeah, excuse me, Becky. Yeah, they said I saw that too, but I heard that it was everything but bots, that you can get virtual assistants still, but you can't get bots for sharing. But I don't know for sure.
I was just reading through it last night.
Were you? What did it say?
Well, I didn't finish. I just started reading it. So, but what I read didn't say anything about bots in it.
Okay. I forget who.
Okay, I don't want to misquote because again, I need to do more thorough research. Okay. But from the brief read I did, I thought it basically went from saying like third-party services are not allowed is what it used to say. To now it says you are responsible for the consequences if you use third-party services.
Okay. Okay.
So it like slightly rephrased it.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm thinking about doing a video that's basically just saying, I don't know, I need to read through the terms of service and come to like a clear conclusion. But I actually emailed an executive at Poshmark that I was in contact with about my survey last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her, I'm like, can you give me straightforward, are we allowed to use these or not? Like, and I listed out different apps, not just bots, but I'm like, bots, like cross-listing services,
Okay.
and data analytics tools like Seller Insight. Like, are we allowed to use them or not? Because like I want to recommend them, but I don't want to potentially get my users, my viewers' closets banned in the future because of something I told them to use. And that was like almost 3 weeks ago now. I haven't got a response.
Okay.
So
Well,
I don't know. It's just frustrating because I'm like, I don't want to recommend something that could get my viewers in trouble.
right.
But if they're not going to tell me what to do, then I'm going to just do what's best for my sales, which would be to use a bot. So
right.
Yeah.
Because so many people are getting away with it and it's just not fair.
Well, yeah. And if they're, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I started, since I heard that the verbiage changed, I started using Vendu. So I hope that's okay. I guess
I don't see why they would cut down, like, I don't see them taking a hard stance against cross-listing services.
Okay.
But I can see with bots, because they've said in the past that like they want the person selling out their closet to have a chance. And that's why they have sharing. That's what they've said before. Like, they have sharing so that everyone's on the even playing field. You have to put in the time to share. And so then small closets get as much traction as big closets, and large sellers don't have more power, and bots take that away. So that's why I could see them cracking down on bots, because of the strategy they've said they've had.
Right.
But then, my husband's like, if they wanted to take him down, they can definitely detect it easily. He's a computer scientist. So he's like, they could do this, they could do that.
Yeah.
So he's like, so they must not have an issue with it because they haven't done anything about it, you know?
Right.
So,
well, they are selling people are selling more things with the bots.
For sure. And then again, it's like the greater the disparity becomes. The more people that use bots, the greater the disparity between those of us not using them and people that are using them.
Right. So, right.
Yeah, it's just like, I literally, like I said, I was just ranting about this last night to my husband. So
yeah, I'll watch videos and one person's like totally for it and one is totally against it. But
I wouldn't say I'm for or against it. I just want Poshmark to be clear on if they would say, I don't know, I just want them to be clear on, is it okay or not okay, and could you ban us if we use this?
Okay.
So, because I just,
that's what I'd like to know too, because if we can, hey, keep up with everybody else.
Yeah. And I think they probably don't want to endorse the bots because everybody's giving over their username and passwords. And if the bots decide like, oh, we're just going to go in and take everybody's pending money, Poshmark doesn't want to be tied to that at all. And obviously there's going to be I shouldn't say obviously, but there could easily be a company that's like, oh, this is a perfect way to like scam people. And Poshmark can't associate themselves saying they endorse that.
Hey, Poshmark, you should get your own bot. And then
that's what my husband said. He's like, if people are already paying for it anyways, Poshmark can make money by offering it in-house, like on the app. And then they also have the protection of sellers don't have to give out their username and passwords.
Right. And they already have all of our everything. So then they're responsible and we're not. So, so we only have a couple of minutes left. So do you have anything that you would like to add? Just one little tidbit of knowledge that you think the people should know? If not, that's fine.
I'm trying to think. I mean, we've talked about sharing. That's like the main thing that like friends will ask me, like, I'm not making sales on Poshmark. Why is it? And that's what I'm always like, you gotta share. Cause I feel like people don't know that when they're, brand new to the app. So I don't know.
Well, how do you feel? I know everybody has a different opinion on this too. And I just started doing tests this week on it. I'm getting like you. No, I just
with the best way to find out.
Yeah. Like a lot of people say that, they don't follow people anymore and they don't share people's closets. And I get a lot of people say they don't share people's closets at all. But this week I've been doing a test with sharing just a couple of things from each person and getting at the same time. So I have to separate this next week. I don't know why I did two at once. And then following some new people and following some ambassadors. And I've gotten more sales this week than I've gotten in a long time. And because I had stopped sharing and I stopped like following a lot of people because I kept hearing different things. So now I said, let me try it. And I'm telling you, in 2 days, I got like 5 sales. So I'm going to do a real test on it, I think.
Yeah, I don't share other people's at all. I do wonder though, like, so the fewer and fewer people that do that, because it became common knowledge that isn't very helpful. Maybe the value of it goes up actually as fewer people are doing it, because then people are like, oh, someone's sharing, versus before people were sharing your stuff all the time. People were following you all the time.
That's true.
So maybe the shift has actually made it more valuable for the people who do it, but I won't spend my time on that unless I see some clear evidence that it's helpful. I just don't see that it could be worth as much as listing more inventory or sharing your own closet. So
yeah. Well, I do share my own closet all day, but I just pick like people here and there now, and I'm gonna do, like I said, a real numbers with
since you and Vero follow people, maybe I'll have to do another experiment.
Yeah, you might as well.
We'll see. I have lots of ideas on my list, but I'll maybe move that one up a little bit. So.
Well, do me a favor and share your closet with us, and anything else you'd like to share that people can go to and check you out if they'd like to learn from you. When you said
share my closet, I'm like, you want me to share my closet right now? I'm like, okay, I'll share it. No. So my Poshmark closet is dressed by Amber, and my YouTube channel is Amber Resells, which is primarily about selling on Poshmark. But like I said, I will be cross-listing to eBay and Facebook Marketplace soon, and making videos about that process.
Well, we look forward to more videos from you. I certainly do.
Nice to getting to know you, and thanks for having me on.
Oh, thank you so much. And everybody, have a good night. Anyone who came on,
Becky and Veronica.
Or morning, wherever you are. Bye, Becky and Veronica. Thanks for joining us. And anyone who watches this in the future, thanks, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Bye.